Hey, what's up, everybody? It Rescue with the Cluck and Alamo. Want to give you a little review on the Fume. Let me flip that around and be a little bit more presentable. There you go. So the Fume on this one, I already have a rubber tip accessory put on here. I gotta say the shipping was nice. The box comes, the Fume comes loaded in there. It's very nice, very nice. This flavor right now that I'm trying out is raspberry lemon. I also have orange, vanilla, and a mint. Another cool little add-on was Angry Cops was a promo code that I was able to use to get the rubberized tip. Compliments of the promo code Angry Cops YouTube channel. Very good guy. Anyway, what I find I like it. I was a smoker for 30 years, and then I was a vapor for about the last 15 years. And then I thought, well, I just really want to clean up, you know, putting stuff inside, but I've already had that hand habit. So this here, you can get a click, as you can hear. So this part right here turns and clicks. It slides in and out. I find that kind of useful when I'm sitting here reading because I treat it like a pen. I hear that clicking and feel that. It kind of reminds me of a pen clicker. I'll rotate it. For me, the only downside so far is the airflow and the restrictive type hit, because this is just air. All this is this little cartridge, which, as you can see right through it, right there. So it's a hollow tube. It goes into this, which is a hollow tube. And then this slides right over it. And then what you've got on the end is half, or you can close it off. The problem, man, I find is whenever I go to puff it, it doesn't, I can't, it's hard to, right now I'm working on tricking my mind that restrictive pull that you would normally get from a cigarette or a vape is the equivalent. But it's not a downfall on it. I do wish there would, maybe if they tried some solid tube that was, the fiber was all the way around it, but maybe it was just had more of an intake restrict. But between the pen thing, just the fidgeting part has been a big help, because a lot of times if I'm reading or if I'm streaming, then I've really been trying to work on this. And so I think if you've got the means and the capabilities without putting yourself out, I think and you've got the determination, because you're going to have to want to quit for it to work. But I think it's definitely quality made. It feels very durable, very solid. Like I said, I just wish it had a little bit more of an air restrictor than just closing it off, because that's kind of what I end up doing, is I just close the whole end off like that. And so then I'll just sit here. So you feel like you get some restriction, only it really kind of sucks. But anyway, very good thing. Hopefully, I will say that, and I will be honest, because I want to be clear, and I'm just up front. So I'm going to show, I mean what I say. So when I tell you I think it's decent and stuff, I do think that that's a true statement. I do also want to be honest. And because I'm not somebody that usually does reviews. And the reason why I am is because if I do this and 200 likes on the video, and I get half of my order price back, and I'm going to show you that. So this is want a refund, where you get half. You know, when you create a video, you post the review, then I'm going to send them a link. And the only thing I found kind of just, I don't know, I wasn't overly thrilled, but hey, man, you know, I'm just going to let whatever happens, happens. It was down here at the very bottom, because those three highlighted make it sound like you just do that, bam, there you go. But then when you read through the rules and you kind of get right here, well, that kind of makes a big difference to me. So I will just point out, and I'll say it to Fume if they're going to review it. That's not really fair. I get where you guys are going, but if you're really wanting honest opinions from smokers that are switching over, then I would think that, because I do know people, I have listeners myself that don't have those kind of followers, and if they bought it, they would never stand a chance. So I don't think that's very fair. And who knows, I might not even get the 200. This isn't my normal thing that I do for my streams. But all my listeners, the Clucking Alamo, bunch of awesome mother cluckers. If you do try it, Angry Cops is a good promo code. The Fat Electrician is another guy that I believe has a Fume promo code, and I would recommend using one of them. I had a toss up between which one I was going to choose. So, but anyway, that's my review of the Fume. Help you stop. And like I said, it's very quality made. If you're wanting to, and the hand part and finding something to do with your idle hands, this is the catch. This is the thing. So give it a shot if you feel like it. Anyway, everybody, like I always say with the Clucking Alamo, make your day a good day. You're the one in the driver's seat. You get to decide what kind of day it is. Peace, everybody. Later.